Lex Estates.
What is the legal process to resell an off-plan property?
Yeah, here, before I explain the full process, we have to take into consideration that there is agreement with the developer between, let's say, the seller, who is a buyer actually from the developer,
Exactly.
and now he wants to sell it. So now he's still in agreement with the developer, and he has certain obligations in front of the developer. So in overall picture, we have to basically take this into consideration. When person wants to sell a property while he's still in agreement with the developer. And the process basically is around this, matter. So first step, of course, when somebody wants to sell or resell the off-plan property after purchasing from developer, they have to first check their contract with the developer. What is the condition for the resale? The developers, they put certain conditions before the resale, which needs to be met. So once seller checks this condition, and if he is basically satisfies these conditions, then he can proceed with signing an SPA, which is a Form F, also standard sell and purchase agreement of Dubai Land Department. The SPA between the seller, original buyer, let's say, and the new buyer. So they enter into agreement where they, agree the price, agree the transfer date, and the main terms. Then, once they sign this contract, then they go to the developer to secure a no objection certificate. So this no objection certificate basically is issued only if the conditions of the original SPA are met. Developer, after meeting those conditions, then developer issues NOC. After the NOC, then parties can go on the agreed date to the trustee office to do the actual transfer. Trustee office is basically an agency of the Dubai Land Department where the official transfer happens. So at the trustee office on the transfer date, then the ownership transfer happens. The new buyer pays to the original buyer, and then after that, the new buyer has to enter into novation agreement with the developer, basically to continue the obligations under the original SPA. Then the new buyer has to continue the payment plan, which was agreed between the developer and the first buyer, basically. So the buyer changes here. The original buyer sells his right to the new buyer, basically. So this is the overall process of reselling the off-plan property.
Can a new buyer pay on behalf of the seller? And to help to get the NOC?
In fact, this happens a lot. I mean, we received such inquiry a lot because there are a lot of, let's say, sellers or the original buyers. They cannot continue the payment plan, and that's the reason they want to resell it, as you mentioned. And they want the new buyer to settle this outstanding payment to the developer. Actually, this is a risky situation for the new buyer, because at the time of paying to the developer, the property is still under the original buyer's name. So the buyer will take a risk here. For example, after settling or clearing the payments to the developer, the seller, who is the original buyer, then may not continue or may not honor the transfer at the trustee office. So if the seller will not appear at the trustee office to transfer, then the new buyer has to file a case and claim his payments through the court, which can be a long process. So that's why it's not advisable unless the parties know each other and trust each other fully. In such case, they can do such arrangement. But we advise the seller has to arrange funds from elsewhere, settle the payments to the developer, and secure the NOC without involving or without making the new buyer to pay for the outstanding payment.
Is a novation agreement a new type of SPA or a different kind of contract?
So Novation Agreement is not a new SPA. It's just an addendum to the original SPA between the developer and the original buyer, which is a seller in this situation. So in Novation Agreement, basically, the original buyer will be replaced by the new buyer. All other terms and conditions of the original SPA will remain the same. The purchase price, the payment terms, the payment schedule, all other conditions will remain the same. So Novation Agreement will not change anything in the SPA, it will just change the parties.
What are the costs and fees for the buyer and seller in a resale?
The fees are pretty much the same as any property transfer. Only thing is the NOC fee is more than when it's a ready property. So, for example, developer charge from 5,000 dirham above for issuing NOC.
Okay.
Land department fee is 4%. Trustee fee is 4,200. There is admin and title deed fees 580 dirhams, and then the agency fee is usually 2%. So it's pretty much the same as in any other property transfer, but only difference is NOC fees for the developer is higher than the ready property.
If an off-plan property has a golden visa, must it be cancel-led before resale?
This is a very important question, and it's pretty common. People, they buy property, and of course, there is a golden visa benefit. If they buy property, they get a golden visa, so they, rush to get a golden visa immediately. However, there will be a challenge when you want to resell it, because you need to cancel the golden visa before you can transfer the property. Because the golden visa is linked to the property. Or if you have any other property above 2 million dirhams, which can qualify for golden visa, then you can, without doing any change in the visa, you can link that visa to another property before selling the property which is linked to golden visa at the moment. So to answer your question, yes, it has to be cancelled, golden visa, or it has to be linked to another property before selling the original property. Thank you very much, our viewers, for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get latest updates and news in relation to the legal aspects of investing in Dubai or doing business in Dubai. See you next time.